Games, Chaos Blur, proud to present episode 13 of Retro Request Party. And this time we have a special theme in mind. Of course, the last time we did a themed episode, it inadvertently turned into a Game Boy Advance showcase. So this time I'm just going to go ahead and do an entire episode on Game Boy Advance games. And so we're going back to the usual format in which I play 5 different games based on 5 different selection panels, and I'll explain that a little bit more when we get to it. But right now, I just want to kind of say hello, get things established, because I know it usually takes a few minutes for people to show up, if not longer. And that's fine, because like I said, this is a new episode of Retro Request Party, episode 13. I'm pretty excited that we made it this far. Retro Request Party is probably my favorite thing that I do on the channel. It's fun, it's unique. Even I don't know what's going to happen, so I really like that. And I really want them to get even more interactive. Like, just because I play a game, you guys can tell me what level to play, what kind of things to do. I've got cheats that I can enable for some of the games. So a lot of fun opportunities here with the retro request parties. And like I said, well, like it says in the title, it's a party. So, I want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to just game it up. And today's theme is Game Boy Advance, which is kind of a console handheld that I spent a lot of time with, obviously, back in 2000 to 2003 when it was really big. And I had a lot of fun with it. Picked up some games after the fact, but even the games that I had back then, a lot of those are on display now. In fact, I'm kind of looking at them now. And like I said, I'm not going to play like all of them. I'm not going to play, probably a good amount of them, but it's going to depend on what people vote on. And of course, I can't really have a vote without viewers, which is why lately for the retro request parties, I've been waiting like 5 to 10 minutes before I actually start a game because I want people to be able to participate. And, I realize that it might take a few minutes for people to get notifications and get into the room and really get into the mood. But it's exciting. I like retro request parties. I try to do them not every Sunday, but, a couple times a month, maybe more, maybe less, just depending on schedules. Obviously, lately we've all had a little bit of extra time. I will be returning to Final Fantasy VII either Tuesday or Wednesday this week. But today, just wanted to relax, do some retro gaming. Played Streets of Rage 4 this past Friday. Had a blast. I might do that again because now I can actually beat the game as long as I set the difficulty to easy, where they give you 7 lives. And even then, let me tell you, it's no picnic. But it is an extremely fun game. I'm a little bit addicted to it. Lot to do, even though it's kind of a short game, but not really. It's kind of weird, but I'll talk about that if I do that stream. And there's a couple other games that I've downloaded recently that I'm curious to try out. Whether I do them on stream or not, don't know. So, once again, just welcoming people to episode 13 of Retro Request Party. We got a theme today, Game Boy Advance games from that era. A lot of the early ones, but also some later ones. And obviously, you'll see the selection and the different themes I have. I try to play 5 games per episode because I want to give every game kind of its due. If I start doing more than that, it kind of gets a little crazy, as we saw from the Sega Genesis stream, where I'm like jumping in and out of games, and some of them I play for 10 minutes, some of them I play for like half an hour, and it's just like, okay, it's fun, but don't really know where we're going with it. So, again, I'm rambling here, but I'm just kind of rambling to kind of start things up because, well, I don't really want to broadcast to nobody. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, especially on a voting type of style, which is what I'm going for. And in order to have a vote, I need voters. I don't think I'm really revealing anything brand new here in that regard. But yeah, so we're at 4 minutes right now, and there comes a part where even I don't know what to say. So I guess I'll just talk a little bit more about the interface that we'll be using today, which of course is the Retron 5, the Hyperkin Retron 5. I've used this for a number of these episodes. I can't recommend this thing enough. If you have a bunch of old cartridges laying around, whether they're Game Boy Advance, NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, whatever, it'll play them all. I haven't run into any issues. It even plays a couple of the like hacks I have, which, believe it or not, again, I got time. Nobody's here right now. I actually have, and I'm not going to play it in today's episode, but I have considered debuting it at various points. I have, again, don't get worried, I'm not playing it today, but my point being is that I could play a game like this. This is Sonic the Lost World. This isn't even an official Sega game. This is what is called a ROM hack on cartridge. And yes, if I put this cartridge in here, it will play on the Retron 5. But that's not the theme of today's show. I'm getting off topic. But yeah. My point being, Retron 5, I can't say enough good things about because of the versatility. And like I said, today's episode is going to focus solely on Game Boy Advance games of different kinds. And it looks like we do have a viewer, so we got at least one voter potentially in the room. Although I do not see anybody, but I'll just keep on rambling along. Now, the Retron 5 is pretty great. Some of the hidden features are not hidden, but you can actually. Okay, I was gonna say there's no game menu because I'm not in a game yet. If I was in a game, and there's all these little filters and stuff, but if there was a game in there, I could show you how you could do cheat codes on just about any of the games. Like, it's pretty great. Some of them are pretty basic, but there are some that have like a lot of options. The Konami code, as far as I know, is not in there, but everybody knows the Konami code. And as long as we're going off details, you probably wonder what kind of controller you can use with this thing. Well, it actually comes with its own wireless controller, which I never use because it's a block and it's an annoying pain in the butt to use. So I'll be using a Super Nintendo controller to play these Game Boy Advance games on because the Super Nintendo basically had all the buttons that the Game Boy Advance had, plus some more. So I just basically need LR triggers, which a Sega Genesis controller doesn't have. So the optimal controller for this situation would be the Super Nintendo, which is usually what I use for most of these, even if it's a Genesis game. And that's the cool thing about the Retron 5 is no matter which of the consoles you're playing, and you can see on the left side what consoles you can plug any controller in. So I could use an NES controller if I wanted, but I'd be missing a lot of buttons, and so on and so forth. Now, I know there is a Game Boy player for the Nintendo GameCube. I always used to like that, but this is like a lot better because all these games scale to HD, even though they weren't originally. And I'm playing off original cartridges, which I guess it's a little deceiving because they could just be emulators running off the cartridge. I see we have a viewer, so I don't mean to just keep rambling at this point. I would like to kind of get a vote started or something, but I guess I'll wait till 10 minutes in. It's really weird to have a vote by myself. I have done it because at a certain point, I don't want to just sit here for the entire time, but it is what it is. I've been doing this for a little while. My Chaos Blur channel started, I want to say, I don't know if it was October or November last year, maybe even earlier than that. But the Retro Request Party was an idea I had early on. It was originally very disorganized. I'm not saying it's anything special now, but at least I have a plan. So to my one viewer listening, again, if depending on how much of these you've heard, this is episode 13, a Retro Request Party, Game Boy Advance style, and I'm going to have a good slew of games to pick from, and we're going to play 5 of those games within the next couple hours, hopefully. Going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, get some more people involved so that the voting can be a little more, well, properly voted on. But yeah, maybe I'll give it a couple more minutes. I know I keep saying that, but I'm ready to jump in any time. I think I get more excited about these things than anybody else. It is kind of nostalgic because even though I play some of these a fair amount, there are some I don't play. And it's interesting to see the ones that people will pick because I'll be like, oh, I come up with these little polls and I'm like, everybody's going to pick this game. And then I'll be surprised when people pick some other game. And that's cool. So that's another reason I do this. It's kind of to get to know my viewers, get to know their tastes. I tend to lean toward the retro stuff. I do play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I play some of the newer games. I'm looking at my PS4 collection right now. That's why I'm looking off screen. So I do have PlayStation 4. I have Switch. I have all that new stuff. But, every Sunday or so, every couple times a month, I like to go back to the past. I've done specials on the Sega Genesis Mini. I'm hoping to get my hands on a Super Nintendo Mini and give that a try. Just all kinds of fun stuff. And last episode was actually kind of a hit in terms of the retro request party. I had people kind of watching and commenting and voting and all that good stuff. So I hope that this takes off. Obviously, whether it does or not, I still seem to do it because this is episode 13. On and on and on. Yeah, I generally don't like to go this far into the stream without doing anything. But again, I'm just kind of giving people time to get into the room. I say bewilderedly as if I'm some kind of presenter at a convention, like, yeah, I'm sure they'll be here any minute. But no, I just don't know. I really don't know. And the first vote, I may as well just queue it up, even though nobody's here at the moment. The first vote for Retro Request Party, episode 13 for the Game Boy Advance. We're looking at the popular Mario games that were released for that console, which, of course, most of them are just re releases of Nintendo or Super Nintendo games. So we've got 3 of the 4 Mario Advance games on display here today. Super Mario Advance, Yoshi's Island, which was Super Mario Advance 3, Super Mario Bros. 3, basically. That's pretty self-explanatory. Everybody knows that game. And Mario versus Donkey Kong, a really quirky title that I showed off a couple episodes ago. But anything's on the table today. So if any of these 4 games appeal to you, assuming there really is a viewer here, you're more than welcome to pick one of these 4. I guess I'll explain it a little bit. Super Mario Advance 1, of course, was actually Super Mario Brothers 2. Basically, I think all 3 of the Mario Advance games have the original Mario Brothers like arcade game as an extra pack-in. And then you have Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which was an original game for the Game Boy Advance. And yeah, that is the current vote for round 1 of Retro Request. And there is still nobody really here, even though it says 1 viewer. I don't know if I buy that. So, okay. Nobody's voting. Going once, going twice. Okay. I'm not going to wait all day. So, unfortunately, this does happen a lot where I've got to kind of move the show along myself. And that is all right. I'm going to be picking myself. And I don't know if anybody even got a glimpse of that, but this is your last chance to call an audible because I have just selected the first game of the day. In all of my wisdom. Of course, there's really no bad option for me. I purposely pick games I know I'm going to like. Of course, if this cartridge doesn't work, then it's a moot point. That's what I thought. Yeah, just hold on 1 second here. It's funny because I know I've played this game before, so I know it works. Well, I guess this buys a couple more minutes if anybody wants to join in on the fun. Yeah, this is some good TV here. I realize. Is it just this game? What the hell? There we go. Yeah, so I went with Super Mario Brothers 3, which I know that's a very confusing title. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3, etc., etc. So I'm going to just go jump in here. I'm just going to jump out of this for a bit. Level card? I don't know what level card is. I can basically do whatever here. Just back out of this for a second. I was going to say, I knew there was another. Just to warm up, I'll do the Mario Brothers arcade game just for a bit. Silly little game. It was included on every one of these. Oh, this is different, actually. I actually used to have quite a bit of fun with this. Sometimes I'd have more fun with this than the Mario game that came with it. Ah.
Mamma mia!
Come on. Sweet. I was that good at this. This is the part I remember. Never do. Ah, oh, jeez.
Oh, mamma mia!
That's a fireball that way. I don't know how to deal with that. Ah.
Oh, mamma mia!
Never played this game, but it was fairly rare. Ah. thought that thing was going to turn to ice before it killed me. Clearly. Uh-oh. That guy ain't good news. Whoa. Okay, that was trippy. Oof. Ooh, okay. I really did not think I would last this long in the game. But it's not like anyone's really here, so that was fun at least. If anyone wants to join in, they're more than welcome to. Gosh.
Mamma mia!
Shoot. Alright, that's kinda cool. Ah, that's gonna hurt.
Mamma mia!
Alright, so that's game over. I'm not gonna continue. I was more just kind of warming up for the real game, which is Mario Brothers 3. That's pretty good, actually. They always include this in other versions of this game, but this one was really well done.
Choose our game. Here we go.
This is the
Super Mario.
main attraction here is Mario Brothers 3, obviously. Again, nobody's here, or I would ask, so go ahead and jump in. Where we're at right now.
Let's go.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, no, it's going back.
Woohoo! Just what I need.
And just what I lost. That was not fair.
Mamma
Because when he hits the
mia!
ground, I can't move. Wow, that was brief. All right. I'll play a little more because that was kind of just whatever. Apparently I can't play levels I played already. See if I can get some extra lives or something. Nope, nothing. There's something else I can play. Oh, here's level.
Oh, mamma mia!
Yes, I never said I was good at any of these games. Let's just point that out right
Let's go!
now. Oh, this is gonna get annoying.
Mamma mia!
Mamma Mia is gonna be right. Alright, so I'm like losing more lives than I'm gaining here. So let's see if I'll say I need something like some firepower here if I'm gonna deal with the pirate ship. I already lost this one. Wow, what a beautiful picture, right?
Let's go!
The hell is that thing? Oh, that's a raccoon suit. Yeah, I might actually need that.
Let's go!
Or not. I guess I'm on my own.
Woohoo! Just what I needed!
That was not just what I needed.
Oh, mamma mia! Let's go!
Oh, that was useful.
Let's go! Oh, mamma mia!
Yeah, this is not going well.
Let's go! Lucky!
What the hell's that do?
Let's go!
Alright, not done this right even once. And I still won't.
Let's go!
Something here, Toad. Okay, none of these items seem to be doing any good though. This isn't Garfield. Hey, what's up? What the hell? I can actually view a replay? I don't want to see a replay of this monstrosity. Now, today we're doing Game Boy Advance games as part of the current promotion. And I don't know how much longer this one's gonna last, to be quite honest with you. Is this the all? This is the Game Boy Advance Super Mario's what do you call it? Advance 4 game. That version was very good. I just can't play it. I'm not that good at any of these. As we can see.
Mamma mia!
Alright, well that's a second straight game over. In record time, I might add. I had this weird version you had playing that's Harry Potter. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Actually. In fact, we are just wrapping up with this first game. So yeah, welcome to episode 13 of Retro Request Party, where we just finished streaming our first game of the day. What games are on the agenda today will partly depend on you, because right now, with the magical magic of the Retron 5, I'll be streaming, well, 5 potential Game Boy Advance games. So we just played one of the Mario games. Right now we have the 4 Sonic games that came out for Game Boy Advance: Sonic Advance 1, 2, and 3, and Sonic Battle. So since you are the only person currently watching, you control the board. If you wanted to pick any of those 4 games for game number 2, I've got them all right here on cartridge. I suppose Advance 1. That seems to be a popular one. I will gladly play some of that. Go in order. Heyo. Well, yes and no, because the next game vote could be something else entirely. In fact, it most likely will be. I only ever played up to Advance. Yeah, it really is very good. Advance 3 is really good too. Actually, Advance 3 might be my favorite one. Advance 1 played it very safe, but it was still really good. Alright, here we go. I might actually be able to beat this if I start from here. boss for this level being a little annoying. That seemed about right. Much trouble with that as I thought. Usually the unfair part of that boss is how random the ice spikes are. Sometimes they like either are right on top of you or they're too low to get out of the water and end up drowning. So, because I started with this level, I might actually have time to beat the game. It's not a very long game from here. And yes, this level is called Angel Island Zone, just like Sonic 3 level. A completely different idea. This level's not too hard, except there are some parts you can fall out of pretty easily. Other than that, it's actually fairly empty in terms of obstacles. Yes, the Mecha Knuckles is in this, so yes, you gotta play this game. I always thought this was a bit of a random level in this game. At least that it's the 5th level, and it just... I don't know. It's not really hard, it's not really easy, it's just kind of there. The theme is a little arbitrary, I think. If they had to call it Angel Island, is a little weird. I would have called it something else. Music's good, yeah. Music's good in like all the levels. Of course, I like how they brought back the insta-shield for this game. It's actually a little more broken in this game. actually already have all the emeralds, so not really a need to. Playing off the save pile. To 100 rings just as I finish the level. Request parties aren't so much about beating the game or 100%ing games, because I mean, that would take forever, so try to keep these within a reasonable amount of time. Just cram a few games into them, depending on what people want, and also my predetermined categories and whatnot. It's all kind of random. It'd be a little more intriguing if I had more people, obviously. I'm going to do something I rarely do, and I'm going to try to beat Sonic Advance since I'm close to the end of the game. Especially since the next couple picks might be pretty short, so I got time. After I got blasted. Crap, that's death. Even I knew that was death. It's the one thing about this level is there's a lot of pitfalls like that. Oh shit, it's the same freaking spot I died last time. random that you fight against Knuckles too. It's like, why would Knuckles fight his own robot? Yep, here we go. Last level, and this is a really good one. I love this music. why. This always reminded me of Sonic 3D Blast music. Yeah, that part's coming up a little bit later. I know what you're talking about. Obviously, I was trying to get the frick up there. Ah, I always hated this jump. It's like no matter what I do... Okay, except for that time. That time it worked. Definitely an easier level as Tails. Pretty good Knuckles. Yeah, here comes the next bird. Sonic games in space. They almost always end in space. Yeah, well, Sonic had a ton of them. Although actually Sonic Advance 3 I think might have had the best final level of all of them, and that's not a space level. enjoyed playing as Amy. Yeah, Amy was a pain to play as in general. With the you had to like time her jumps just right, no spin dash. I do love this level, even though it's kind of short, especially compared to the last one. Damn it, I had a feeling. Yeah, it really could. This and actually all three of them could do that. I didn't really use the Chow Garden much in either of those games, but I can appreciate the appeal. One of the few times Nintendo really used that Game Boy Advance to GameCube connectivity, other than to just make it a controller. It's still a pretty cool idea. Props to Nintendo on that one. Here we go. Yeah, I know, this boss kind of blows. Sonic Advance 3 has a similar boss. In fact, that one's worse because there's like 2 levels to it. Right in like corner here. Ah. Yeah, pretty much. You have to place your jumps in, like, not next to them, but, like, it's weird how the physics work on that fight. But now the Sonic Advance 3 one is so much worse, because he's, like, above and below you. Like, there's 2 of those little link things, and you have to kind of do the same thing. See, that time he didn't stay exposed for that long at all. Got him. Yeah, damn laser balls. Not, well, one of the final bosses. I don't know if you ever played Sonic Advance 2, but they've got a zone called the XX Zone, which is even more unfair than this. Yeah, now the XX Zone is ridiculous because it has you fight like all 6 of the first bosses again, but they have less hits. And then there's a final boss at the end of that that's like so much harder than this one. But at least with that one, like I'm pretty sure they give you like a checkpoint before the final boss, so you're not just like on your own. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, I'm dead. I'm still dead. Still very dead. I'm really not doing that well on this. I do love this theme though. This boss is really random because you can have a pretty easy time with this depending on what he picks. That thing's like ridiculous to avoid. He's just like doing nothing. Hey, what's up, Spidey? I tried to go for the last hit. So I know I'm getting close to the end on this guy. Welcome to the stream, Spidey. We are on game number 2 of the Game Boy Advance themed Retro Request Party, playing some Sonic Advance, playing the final boss, arbitrarily getting my butt kicked at it. Try to sneak up on him and grab a hit. See, now this time he's going to be aggressive as hell. Yep, this time he's pulling out everything. Got 4 viewers, that was sudden. Damn it! Trying to like cheese a couple hits in that. No such luck. This boss was harder than I remember. Still love that theme though. Gosh. Alright, Sonic. What's up, Rem? It's game 2 of the Game Boy Advance themed retro request party today. Playing Sonic Advance, taking on the final boss. Mainly losing to him. I'm doing alright. I thought this boss would be easier than I thought, but what do I know? This boss is literally like a random number generator. Oh! Oh, come on. That might have been the last hit, too. Oh, shh. God damn it! Ah, how many goddamn times this thing? I must have hit him at least 9 or 10 times there. That one time where he basically wasn't attacking was probably my only chance to really get him. Yeah, I noticed. I almost never played this boss. It's a cool idea. Well, it just kind of depends on what he does. Sometimes he doesn't really do that much. That hand attack is actually the easiest one to avoid, and then you can get a couple hits in on him. Ah, I lost a viewer. Let's not have enjoyed the tease as well. That time he just came right out with it. Whoa, okay. Oh, jeez! Yeah, you're pretty much screwed if he gets with that. Okay, apparently that killed him. I feel like I didn't even hit him that many times. I wish Burger King still sold hot dogs. I gotta tell you, there's never a dull moment with you, Barney. Let's see, I should have the extra level. Still to do. Yep, here we go. This part's pretty cool. This is the real final boss, because I have all the emeralds. mean, this level's hard, but I don't even think it's as hard as the thing I just beat. I actually think this guy takes less hits. As long as you keep breaking those capsules, you get more rings. Or if that happens. Pretty much. Pretty much is live and learn. Got him. Yeah, that boss I think takes less hits than the final one. So yeah, that's Sonic Advance in a nutshell. Just so happened that we started the game from the midway point, otherwise I probably wouldn't have spent all that time with it, but hey, glad we beat it together. And by together, I mean I did all the work, and you lazy people just kind of watched me get hit a bazillion times on every level. That was painful, I will admit. Not painful for Sonic, just painful for me, from a dignity point of view. Baby Sonic is born. Yeah, he's Baby Yoda. Feels like, yo, what's up? South Island music? You're thinking of the original Sonic. Or Sonic 2. See, I like that. I like when the game congratulates me for playing, like it was something Sonic burned up upon re-entry. Well, you would think so, but a lot of Sonic games actually end the same way. So, there you go. That is Sonic Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Glad to have some more people here for Retro Request Party episode 13. Got my own little background music right now. So, right now, where's Tom? Where's Tom? I don't know who Tom is, but alright. Yeah, that was our Sonic game. Before that, we played Mario Brothers 3. So for the next game on Game Boy Advance, I've got a choice of racing games, which one of them isn't even a racing game. But yeah, you can pick between any of these fine games here. We got GT Advance, which is just kind of your basic racing game, Spy Hunter, F-Zero, and Iridian 3D, which isn't even a racing game. It's actually a kind of 3D shooting game. But I needed something to fill out the roster, and that just kind of seemed right. Alright, so we got, you can't pick two when you said F-Zero, and then he said F-Zero or Spy Hunter. Gotta narrow it down there. It's the first time I've actually had more than one person to vote. So yeah, you get a vote too, Rem. It's all about the democracy here with Chaos Blur and Retro Request Party. So I got GT Advance, Spy Hunter, F-Zero, or Iridian 3D. Take your pick now while I watch this lovely credit sequence. Make the next game ready, whatever it shall be. Alright, so we got one for, I'm sitting here dealing cards. One for Spy Hunter, one for F-Zero. Rem, you're allowed to pick something else if you want, because I'll break the tie if there's a three-way tie, or you can pick one of the ones already picked. So we got one vote for F-Zero, one vote for Spy Hunter. Just to show you I'm not kidding. Got them both. Got both game cartridges right here. They're both good games. Here. So are the other two, so really can't go wrong here. What do you think, Rem? You already voted like 3 times. And also you're not Rem. Alright. I'll give Rem until like the title screen, which is like another 30 seconds, and then I'll have to break the two-way tie. Never actually had 3 people vote at the same time, and I still might not. Rem, time is running out. Got a two-way tie, plus Iridian 3D and GT are still technically in play. It's again. It's good floating music. Alright, well, you snooze, you lose. So, got a two-way tie, as usual. The tie goes to, well, the person doing the stream, so we will see. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to pick one of those two. And unless Rem wants to cast a last-minute ballot either way, I'll be switching the games out right now, regardless. Ah, the fun of it all. Rem's going to come back and be so confused. All right, so I have decided the game, and the game will be F-Zero maximum velocity between the two of those. Although I do enjoy Spy Hunter. But yeah, kind of hard to... This is like... I don't know if this was the first game I played on Game Boy Advance. It's one of the first. I don't know if anyone has a preference on carts. I don't have the Blue Falcon. Obviously, that's my favorite cart in all of the game, but these are the carts I have. I don't know if it's not in this, or I just haven't unlocked it, although I've unlocked all the cups, so I don't know. It's in the other games. There's another F-Zero game for Game Boy Advance that I don't have that's based on the TV show, and I think that has, well, that has to have Blue Falcon because he's the star of the show. Nobody's gonna pick. I guess I'll just go with Jet Vermilion. The question is, which cup should I do? They're all based on, what do you call it? Chess pieces. Gee, hold on. Yeah, don't. Maybe it's on this save file, because I could swear I had the King Cup unlocked. Championship. I was gonna say, I know the Spy Hunter, the movie, actually didn't come out. That's funny, I always thought that that game was based on that movie. Ah, I actually have less things unlocked on this one. Shows how often I play this. I swear I had everything unlocked in one of them. Oh, just for the heck of it. I don't know if I have any cheats for this game. Nah, I don't. Alright, so those are the 4 cups, even though I think there is a King Cup, so I guess I haven't unlocked everything. On some of the games, there are cheats that come... I have like a memory card that has a bunch of cheats on it, but some of the Game Boy Advance games don't have anything, like an action replay type of dealie where I could unlock all the cars. But apparently I don't have that. Well, nobody's saying anything, so I'm gonna go with Knight. Alright, game 3 of episode 13 starts now. Of course, you can always cheat, especially if you're the New England Patriots. everybody's doing all right. Rem, long time no see. Ah, is this F-Zero or pinball? Kind of both. It always takes me like a few tries to get like the hang of this, because last time I played this game I had the same issue. Like I just could not stay on the track. It's a matter of like going fast. It's weird, this game now. Like you can get a lot of speed and have control, but it's hard. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. We know what Barney thinks of his wife. Shows what I know about Barney. I didn't even know he was married. Just picture his wife in the other room going, "Are you watching that stupid Chaos Blur Kid stream again?" No. It's funny because I think that's the Blue Falcon that just passed me. Obviously, it's in the game. There's one level of this that it's really hard. I don't know if it's on this mode or not. It's like the bunch of landmines in the field. Back, honestly, I cannot wait until. Yeah, seriously. I mean, I don't know if I'll be hitting the clubs, but I wasn't even hitting them before. But I will be doing stuff. That's for sure. Chicken hot dog. I have not. Apparently, you're in a hot dog mood today. Okay, more power to you. I do enjoy comic book shops. Let me guess, you're gonna get some Spider-Man comics. God damn it. Flash comics, actually, but maybe if they have some cool Spider-Man comics. Well, you gotta be careful with the Flash comics, they go pretty fast. So you might not be able to get one. Oh my god. I'm losing all my lives in the first freaking course. Maximum velocity, more like maximum atrocity right now. Ah. Now this is getting old. The thing is, I did like a whole cup of this a couple episodes ago, and I don't think I won the cup, but I at least was competitive. Alright, this is the last attempt here if I can't get through it this time. Why Coca-Cola? Just curious. This game makes me thirsty to not play this game anymore. So, here we go. It was some F-Zero minimum velocity. So that's game 3 out of the way now, and we're going to look at game number 4, which will be pinball games. The question is, which one? We got Mario Pinball Land, Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy Advance, of course, and Sonic Pinball Party, which actually includes Knights pinball tables as well. So I'll let you all mull that one over while I take a sip of this Mountain Dew Frostbite, which is not at all Coca-Cola, but now I really want some too. Yeah. So this is just rolling right along here. We got some good Sonic Advance action earlier. And yeah, so 3 different pinball games. It's funny because you were just mentioning pinball, and now that will be the theme for the 4th choice of the day. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Nice, refreshing Coca-Cola beverage. I do enjoy nice, refreshing Coca-Cola beverages. I really want a Coke. Pinball Pokemon was pretty cool. I don't know if that's a vote or just you saying that. The original Pokemon Pinball on Game Boy Color is pretty good, though this one is pretty good as well. But, yeah. So we got definite vote for Pokemon from Barney Stimpleton. Spidey seems to just think it's pretty cool. Rem may or may not have fallen asleep, so we don't really know what they think. But, so we got 1 possible vote for Pokemon Pinball, 1 definite vote for Pokemon Pinball, and 1 very confused host. All this and more on Retro Request Party, episode 13. It's just that simple. Although I feel compelled to vote Sonic Pinball. Alright, well now we just got ourselves a possible 2-way tie. And a possible 3-way tie if Rem ever votes one way or the other, which would make this whole thing a lot easier. So, alright, well Pokemon Pinball's definitely on the table. Sonic Pinball Party, definitely on the table. So far, nobody's voted for Mario Pinball Land definitively, or at all. Barney Stimpleton seems to have his mind made up on Pokemon Pinball. Spidey seems to have his mind made up on the fact that Pokemon Pinball may be pretty cool, but he also likes Sonic Pinball, which means he doesn't have his mind made up at all. And Rem is having a Coca-Cola beverage. I have no idea where she is. So, we got 3 choices, 3 viewers. This should be somewhat interesting. Plus myself counts as a viewer, kind of. Since I'm going to be the one viewing the game when I play it. So, might be narrowing it down to 2, don't know. Nah, I think Sonic Pinball, since it reminds me of the Genesis game. Yes and no, but let's see then. So as of now, we have a 2-way tie for some Sonic Pinball or Pokemon Pinball. No love for the Mario Pinball, and I don't know if Rem has a vote one way or the other, but I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and make an executive decision here. We're going to see right now what that will be. Hope you guys are having fun here. Episode 13. Going along nicely. Got 1 more game after this, including this one. That was weird. Sonic Pinball Party it is. Unless we have any objections from Rem, who does not seem to even really be here. So we're actually going to do both. Both Sonic and the Knights tables. We'll start with Sonic, but they're both pretty fun. It's funny you said this reminds me of the Genesis games, because it's actually based on the Sonic Advance games. Yeah, the table changes after the time.
Ball fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the knights. I'm gonna do both of them. Actually, I think I prefer the knights table because there's like a little bit more of an objective to it. There's an objective to this too, but it's a little more, I don't know. Kind of plays out like Sonic Advance, where you fight Robotnik and then go on to the next table, but all the tables kind of look the same. They just change the background. So I guess they don't look the same. It's been a while since I played this game.
Ball fair.
Love that big booming voice that says, "All shaved."
Cool.
Ah.
Ready?
Oh, that's right. I know what I'm trying to do.
Cool.
Ah, I saw that coming too. I had no way to stop that.
Ready?
Yeah, I was never as good at this one as the Knights one. I knew that. Oh, that makes me mad. I had like 2 more loops. I could have gotten an extra ball out of that. Ah, didn't even get to fight Robotnik. Oh well. Let's do Nights into Dreams. I used to be pretty good at this one. Let's see if I still am. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, the whole game, it's a fun game. It's not like a ton to do. Actually, I think this mode has a little more depth to it. Ah, I'm trying to get up to that little tiny thing up there. It's really hard to aim at it. Damn it, that was close too. There we go. So I gotta do that. I forget how many times. But... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta do that 3 more times. And then I can unlock the boss for this level. It's actually a pretty creative idea, and it does follow the story of the Knights game, kind of. If anybody's ever played that. Also a lot of different hidden modes and stuff, like any ball trader. On for a while. I think it's like 6 or 7 levels. It kind of follows the real game. If anyone's played Nights into Dreams, which I actually have. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. I'm lucky on that one. Oh, that was just luck. Oh my god, I've never got one that fast. That's great. Oh, okay, this activates something. Yeah, I don't know if anybody, I'm assuming Barney was familiar with Nights of the Dreams since he wanted to see this course, but I love Nights of the Dreams. The only problem with this bonus mode is you can lose a ball during it. Some of them give you the kickback during the bonus modes. I think this one runs out pretty quick. I also don't think I've ever beaten this one. Yep, I just lost the ball on that. That's why I don't like those. My goal is to kind of just keep dualizing, because then I can't lose a ball for a while. I don't remember how to get extra balls in this. There isn't even a way to. I'm sure there is. I want to get to at least one boss. Okay, here we go. No, maybe not. No, it's activated another mode. Barney and Rem are mysteriously quiet during this. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Ah, down to 2 viewers now. Let's say that's all of them. Oh, this activates something. Oh yeah, for some reason this plays the freaking Starlight Zone from Sonic 1. Even though this has nothing to do with Knights. I mean, the blue chips are from Knights, but... yeah, I don't know. They even make a ring sound when you get them. Yeah, I didn't make the game. I guess Sega ran out of sound effects. Even though there is a sound effect for these blue chips from the original game. Oh, okay, that's something to get extra ball. Oh, that's not good. Get blue balls, yeah, pretty much. Only got one ball left. Hopefully I can do the boss now. I'm pretty sure I just gotta hit the ideal capture. So close. There we go. Boss time. This is pretty cool. And there's a different boss for every level. They follow the same basic premise. Not, he's gotta be close to the end. Yeah, he's close to dying. I got him. So now I can pretty much just I get a clear bonus by something, I don't know what. There we go. That stage. I love the music in this. This is all true to the original Saturn game.
Ready?
Which, for those three of you who owned the Sega Saturn, this was like kind of the game to get. Pretty much Sonic Team's second biggest accomplishment behind Sonic himself, if you ask me. Uh-oh. No, that's not good. Ah, it's the end of the game. And at least it comes to go. Alright, so we got one more game. This time it actually might be a fairly long one, depending on what we pick. So for the last choice, because I've kind of played a bunch of other stuff, we're going to look at a few really popular games that were on the Game Boy Advance at that time. We got Metroid Fusion, Wario Land 4, Pokemon Fire Red, and Kirby Nightmare on Dreamland, which are They're all games based on popular Nintendo characters, of course. And not gonna lie, all of these are some of my favorite games on the system that I used to play for hours. So go ahead and make your selections now. It looks like we're down to 2 viewers potentially. If Stimpleton and Rem are even still here, assuming Spidey's in the crowd somewhere, cheering me on from a lamppost or something. But yeah, no, that's down to the end here. Last game got, of course, some of these are very long games. Obviously, I'm not going to play like 3 hours of Pokemon, but you know, I'm down to play whatever. Got Pokemon Fire Red, Kirby. Yeah, I know. This is my favorite round actually, because these are all the popular characters for which I have other Game Boy Advance games, obviously, but these are kind of the ones I was focusing on today. I'm sure Barney Stimpleton is eagerly awaiting to make a choice here. If he's even still here, which I don't think he is. I think he missed out on some Knights Pinball. I think Wario Land 4. I think that would be a great choice, but I don't know if anyone else is even still left in the room anymore. I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. I think Wario Land 4 is a good choice, and I think Wario Land 4 is a good choice. I don't know what's really stopping me from playing some Wario Land 4, which also was one of the very first games I got for this. And it's still the last Wario Land they ever made. This was almost like 20 years ago. Yeah, may as well end on a fun note here. Let's see what I can do here. I think I actually played this on another episode, but it was so long ago. Hard to believe this is episode 13. May have some surprises for 14 and 15. Yeah, all the games were a good choice. That's what I do, though. I make it very difficult to decide. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there a Wario Land game for the Wii? There was something. I thought it was called like Shake It or something. I don't know if it's like a true Wario Land game, but yeah, that might be true. I have to check that out. Yeah, Wario Land Shake It, but I think it was like the same premise. It just you just kind of used the what do you call it? Use the Wiimote to get around instead of normal means. I don't really get how that power works. Well, I mean, this is a Wario Land game, so nothing wrong with some Wario Land games. Know why I started here. Oh, got a third viewer again. Wario's car. I always loved Wario's car. Or his Cario, if you will. Low rider. Always like the effort that went into the Game Boy Advance graphics. Yeah, it really is. This was a big game at the time. I mean, everybody got this game for the what do you call it, Game Boy Advance when it came out. Not much of a plot. Been a long time since I've watched this like that. I don't know if you ever played Wario World for GameCube. That was Oh, they actually just put me right back in the middle of the level. I thought it was going to take me to like the hub world or whatever. up to get to that. Oh, that's right. There's a light up there. That's why I keep changing back. How do I get through this? I thought I needed the bat to sneak through there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that wouldn't work either. See, there's like a ladder on the other side. Ah, this is a fun one. I remember this level. Episode so far. This is the last game of the stream. So, you know, I play for 20 minutes, half hour or so. It's been another fun one. Glad that we had Rem join us for a little bit, and Spidey, Barney in the gang, if you will. Got lucky on that one. Pretty much the whole premise of this level is just luck. Oh, down to 2 viewers. They heard the end was coming and they just couldn't stand the heartbreak. They're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just end it now, and that way I don't feel as much pain when it's over. And I can appreciate that, you know, you don't want to get so attached to these things, you don't want to just have it go away all of a sudden, so you kind of wean yourself off it. I understand that completely, right? So I appreciate it, you know, the people stuck around that long, but I know all good things must come to an end. And this hasn't ended yet, but I think people just can't deal with the fact that it will end. That really upsets them. So I get it. I really do. Sorry, it has to be that way. Ah, that's gonna hurt. I mean, you guys know I'll be back. Planning on doing some Final Fantasy this week. Maybe some Fight and Die, some different games like that. Maybe even revisit Streets of Rage 4 now that I can beat the game and I've unlocked a good number of characters. So who knows what could be coming. So, you know, Retro Request Party isn't my only option. Like I mentioned way earlier in the episode, I'm trying to get my hands on a, what do you call it, Super Nintendo Mini, so that could be something in the future where we see some Super Nintendo games. See, obviously, some of the big ones. So just because we're stuck inside doesn't mean we can't have some fun. Ah, sweet. walk some of that excess weight off. Not that he was really a skinny guy to begin with. Figure out how to get under it. Oh, wait a minute. Wow, smart. Oh, I remember this part. I'm stuck in this forever. Ow. God damn. I remember this will just keep going until you get a 2. Or in this case, now I gotta get a 4. Nope. Now I need to get a 1. I got it. I'll finish the toy world, which I think has 2 or 3 more levels before I call this a stream. It's been a pretty good episode today, I think. Game Boy Advance was a pretty underrated system. A lot of good games for it. I'm still in the process of finding some more, and hope to bring those to you. The focus of the Retro Request Party was always meant to be Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, with Game Boy Advance kind of being a third option, but I mean, they're all really good. And in the past, we've had GameCube episodes. I plan to have an Xbox 360 episode pretty soon, Wii U episode, so on and so on. But yeah, my point being, you know, there's a lot of really good retro systems, so I like to kind of give some of them their due. And so today I thought would be a good day to do a Game Boy Advance one. And, you know, Game Boy Advance games are always in the stream. They're always like part of the lineup anyway, so that's not going to change. Why can't this little pig thing can't draw me anything friendly like a toaster or something? That'd be nice. Whoa, okay. Ow. Ow. Ugh, he's just dumping freaking snails on me. There's no way to get rid of this stupid thing, is there? Yeah, Nintendo just kind of reduced Wario to like a minigame thing now. Like, he just kind of appears and stuff, but it's been a long time since he had his own full-fledged game, really since Wario World, which was on GameCube many, many years ago. Oh, that would be pretty cool if they made a Wario Land Mario. That's been rumored, I think, but we'll see how far that goes. Oh, I see. Why I'm finding this strangely relaxing. Well, they said the last update was like the last big update for it, so maybe they had like some more enemies or something. But yeah, I mean, can't really say they haven't updated the game, because I mean they added a ton of features that I myself was interested in dabbling in, like the world maker and putting the Koopalings in there. I think that's a really good idea. So yeah, I don't see them doing anything as drastic as a whole other style update. And if they did, as much as I would like it, I don't think it would be Wario Land or Wario World, whatever. I'm actually surprised they did as much as they did for Mario Maker 2. Which is quite a bit. Could have done so much more. And maybe they will still, or maybe there'll be a Mario Maker 3. I mean, I think they really did a lot, to be honest. I haven't even used all the features that are in the current game. There are quite a few. Ah, shoot, I need that. Yeah, I need that. Ah, jeez. They added Super Mario Bros. 2 Mario's power, but as a whole, Mario Bros. 2 style should have been so cool if what they do with 3D World style. I've actually never been huge on the Mario Bros. 2 idea to begin with. Like that, I don't know. That game just it's good for what it is, but like I really don't want more of it. Like it's just kind of a weird game. I don't even think it was a Mario game originally. I think it was some other game they just put Mario characters into. Not good music. Just stupid drawing pig again. I guess it really will just give an art license to anybody. Ow. Oh, hidden CD. Alright, there you go. That was Doodle Woods. I have beaten this game before. I don't know why my save file either got lost or something, because I've had to play all these levels again. Well, the whole Doki Doki Panic is a pretty confusing thing. It's a different game. It was made as a test, you say. That's what I thought. Yeah, because I played the, whatever you want to call it, the Japan version of Mario Brothers 2, which is basically just the first Mario Brothers game with new levels. This will likely be the last level I play. Oh, I see. So I have to, like, beat the dominoes to the end. Bouncy Wario. Yeah, I'm not gonna win. Ow. I saw that coming. Let's try that level again. A domino row turned out to be a domino no. Or I guess just a domino. Yeah, wasn't the original Mario Brothers 2 released as the Lost Worlds or Lost Levels, where it's just like the harder levels from Mario 1? So I don't think I can actually. Yeah, I can't play the boss because I don't have all the 4 keys unlocked. Maybe I'll do like some baseball real quick before I call the game. This is a little weird without the Game Boy Advance. Oh, ah. I'm gonna need a new TV screen when this is over. I actually used to be pretty addicted to this game. One of the WarioWare games had a similar thing, where it was like a pitching machine. Damn it. Oh, that shouldn't have counted, but alright. Hanging on. Something to stretch. By one cheerleader. Bye bye. It might have, because I think there's one very much like this in that. I was gonna say, what music? There's no music in this. Woof! That thing was fast. I thought that was gonna speed up. That's true. Woof! Oh, okay. I did not even think I was gonna do that. the halftime show again. And there they go. See how high I can get on this. Ah, I hate that one. Oh, that ball stopped. That was crazy. Oof. Did it again. That is tricky. Like, it doesn't just slow down, it stops and then comes at you. Wow, that one just kind of did the opposite. Oh, that's a curveball. That's out. I'm out. Oh, well, that wasn't too bad. Alright, well, everybody, and by everybody I mean Spidey and maybe one mysterious viewer, it's going to do it for me here on episode 13 of Retro Request Party. It's been a lot of fun, got ourselves some good Game Boy Advance games in. Actually lasted a little longer than I thought, almost 3 hours again, so glad to see that that's still going on. I'm going to have some good stuff going on. It was a good score, actually, it might have been my record. But, yeah, we have some good stuff coming up this week. I don't know when exactly, but I want to play that new Fight and Die game, or whatever it's called. I keep forgetting what it is. But I have that on my Switch. I got a couple other things I want to try out, but not sure when. And then, of course, the big one still, Final Fantasy. I'm, like, about a little more than halfway into that game. I got the Haunted Train Yard is where I'm at right now, so next time I pick that up, it'll be in that level. And we'll go from there. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody for supporting Chaos Blur. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Fight and Rage, that's the game. Yep, got Fight and Rage the other day. Want to try that out and all of its insanity. You may try it out myself anyway. And then I might even do a full playthrough of Streets of Rage 4 now that I can beat it. And yeah, no, just a lot of fun stuff coming up. So I hope you guys have a good weekend, what's left of it, and good week. Be talking to you very soon. Check out Buy Productions on YouTube in the meantime. And as always, thank you for watching Chaos Blur Retro Request Party. We'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye!